I do appreciate that they gave George subtitles.
Yeah, he's like, they must be Spanish or something. If I didn't have subtitles, I wouldn't understand half of what you were saying. And I know Spanish.
Well, him being from Guyana, I mean, I'm pretty sure English is the official language down there.
Well, that
sounds like
is
a
it.
desperado
Oh
exec was
no,
on site yesterday.
isn't it kind of
If
a little bit
Sentry
French
cyborg was
too?
on hand for
I
the
don't
meeting.
remember actually. I know that French Guyana's close there,
Yeah.
but yeah, having met a few people from Guyana, yeah, they don't usually talk like that. So, 90s.
Well, there's that, and it's kind of like
So what about the kid?
I've also encountered
I
this
made
with
sure
like when
the
I
area
speak
was
Spanish with
secure and
people
told them
too.
to sit
Like
tight.
sometimes they're
Can you
like,
pick
"You
them
speak
up?"
so proper."
Sure.
Like we
I'll
don't
send
speak
a
like
couple
that at
agents.
all.
You just focus
Well,
on
that's kind of
getting
how
into
it
that
works
lab.
when you're learning a
What he
language. I
said
mean,
is true about the organs.
Because they take a lot of shortcuts.
yeah. I mean, we do that in English too. I mean, heck, in English we don't even follow our grammar laws all the time.
That's because I feel like there's so many in English. Like
Yeah. And
in
when you're,
Spanish, I feel like I know more
To get into that lab.
than in English.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's true for any language because you're learning the language, so you're introduced to more grammar concepts with a foreign language that you probably won't use as often as say your native tongue.
That could work actually.
Except sometimes there's like really weird like conditional things that are only in other languages, and you're just like, what? I don't ever have stuff for that.
Yeah, and depending on the language, sometimes sentences are structured differently. Like Japanese, I know that the order is subject, object, verb, whereas in English it's subject, verb, object.
Sometimes when you speak in Spanish, you kind of like say stuff backwards if you translate it back in English a little bit.
Example?
Well, like you can say like if you're saying something possessive, you'll say the possessive form
Oh yeah.
first, then you'll say the verb. So it's kind of backwards.
I
in
remember
that.
that.
Sense.
Yeah.
So-
I took a little bit of Spanish myself. Yeah. So like instead of saying my car, it's like the car of me.
Yep. You have to say who it like belongs to.
Yeah. How do you say car?
There's Coche and Carlo. And then pickup truck has its own name. I don't know why.
Okay. But
Because it's technically not a car; it's a truck.
yeah, but when it comes to pronouns, though, Spanish still has possessives. Like me isn't that?
Yeah. Mate.
Yeah. And then I think when you're talking in third person, then that's when it goes that way. Like if you say Tracy's car, it's like
Oh, Coche did too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And having learned a bit of Chinese, it's also kind of that way. It's more like there's a possessive that you use with both nouns and adjectives.
You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
So if you were to like translate my car, it would, let's see here. The way you say it isn't quite important, but it would be my possessive car. But if you were to say red, it would also be red possessive car.
Because the red is, or the car is possessing red.
Because the red is being used to describe the
Pretty well
car.
hidden,
Oh,
I gotta
okay.
say.
Mini boss time. This thing has a flamethrower. It hurts. Essentially, it's a mecha water strider. And I don't think I can parry that. But yeah, just showing that off, and then move on with the plot. Oh, more of you. I guess one slight problem that I have with this game is depth perception.
Yeah.
I need to get right up in its face in order to attack cameras sometimes. Oh look, another one.
Chaff grenade, go.
I forget, are there chaff grenades in this game?
I think there's just frag grenades.
Well, you gotta think about it. You are a cyborg, someone.
So yeah, if you use
If
the
you
chaff
use a chaff
grenade,
grenade,
you're
you're
screwing
screwed.
yourself
Yeah,
anyway.
true, very true.
Ah, this would appear to be the UG maintenance area. You should find a terminal there. Something they use to upload mission
That's a
parameters
nice
to the
convenient
UG.
hallway.
And something I can use to access the lab's main server?
Perhaps. But first you need to take a dump.
Wait, what?
A dump? A digital
That
optical output
reaction.
mounted proxy. You'll need one
They
to
definitely went out of
interface
the
with
way to
terminal.
set up those
Most
jokes.
any UG
Yeah.
should suffice. Tripod or
I
the
still
like.
think it makes the game
I'll see
scream
what I can come
90s
up
though.
with. How do I use it?
In fact, I think there's
You should be able to use
Well, if this screams 90s, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon
Yeah, that's
screams
what I was about
80s.
to talk. That's what I was about to touch on, actually.
I still have to play that game, but it's so fun.
Yeah,
I have it.
I've watched someone play it. It looks.
I own it.
It's
All the
amazing.
fourth wall breaks.
Oh
I
yeah,
know,
it's
just
amazingly
let me-
self-aware.
Just let me play the damn game already.
Yeah, but I love it for that.
I own it, but I haven't not played it yet.
Well, thankfully you don't need to play Far Cry 3 to understand Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Yeah,
I
it's
platinum
completely
for Far
separate.
Cry 3.
I played a little bit of Far Cry 3. It's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ubisoft, not bad. I mean, the first. Okay, I don't know what happened there. But the first Ubisoft game that I played in full was Watch Dogs.
Let's see, what was my first Ubisoft game?
Assassin's Creed, or was it a
No.
No. Well, on like PlayStation 3, it's the Assassin's Creed Revelations. That was the first one I bought.
I think I played
So I never
a lot.
played them in order. I went 4, 1, 3, 2, then 3, and then 4.
So you started with Black Flag?
Or I was saying, it's kind of confusing. I say 4 because Revelations was technically the 4th game,
Oh, okay.
but it wasn't like numeral 4.
It wasn't a numbered title.
Yeah, because it goes Assassin's Creed 2, then Brotherhood, then Revelations,
Oh, okay.
then 3, then 4, and then Unity and Rogue spit in there somewhere.
That's convoluted.
Yeah. And then I think I played a little bit of the one on the Vita, Liberation. I couldn't stand it. When you had to use the back touchscreen to use a canoe in the game, I'm like, just give me the use of the control pad. I'm fine.
At any rate, this is disturbing. So yeah, they're actually tearing people's brains out.
Well, if you want to see tearing people's brains out, just play Wolfenstein the New Order.
Mortal Kombat.
No, you see it like in front of you. You're like tied down with all your friends, and you just like the doctor just like rips a guy's brain out and puts it in a tube. He's like, "Okay, I'm good. See you later. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen."
And that's rough.
Wait, what was it? Wolfenstein New Order?
Yeah.
Pick that up now. What? I like
Well,
it.
dude, it'll take up 50 gigs on your PS3.
It's not like I don't have a 500
No, that's on the
gigabyte
disc.
one.
That's how much it takes up on the PS4.
For now, yeah.
Well, that's the
50 gigs.
PS4. That's the PS3.
No,
Those
I think it's
recycled
50
brain
gigs
cases.
universal.
Ugh. I know for PS4 not all games take up 50 gigs. I think Last of Us Remastered will. I still need to pick that up.
Oh yeah, it comes with all the free DLC.
Yep.
I played The Last of Us. It is the best game I've ever
Jesus.
played.
Are they making these kids
That's what I've
into
heard from other
cyborgs?
people too. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just not gonna let myself get.
I would do it on the hardest difficulty. It doesn't matter what difficulty. It's kind of relatively easy.
Is it just to enhance the realism of the situation then? or-
Yeah, it pretty
Those
much
weren't
does.
kids.
Okay.
Clickers, Andrew. Clickers.
I hate those motherfuckers.
We've got to do something about all those brains.
We'll probably do a Last of Us playthrough
Any
at
other
some
kids
point.
George was
I call it.
talking about.
Okay.
Just escaped a few hours ago.
But probably after our
Taking all
Uncharted
their brains
playthroughs.
out
Fuck.
You still have to finish 2.
Yeah, you're
Shut
like
up.
halfway through it.
I better move.
And
Ah.
I'm doing 3, which is my least favorite of the trilogy.
One's okay until it goes Resident Evil on me, and then I just no.
I haven't even played any of them besides 2.
We'll have more detailed opinions about Uncharted when we get to it. Yeah, but
Yeah,
this,
like-
this part, amusingly, we're controlling a tripod.
You just want to. Josh just wants to play Call of Duty Uncharted so he can complain about.
Pretty much. That's my main gripe with 3, but we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, press circle to
Bitch,
stun them.
you kick me. I stun you.
Then an electric shock should knock them unconscious.
Yeah, so just attacking soldiers, that's just gonna bitch slap them, really?
He's just gonna defend his methods. It's just gonna knock them unconscious. Yes.
Then Ryan's gonna go chop them up afterwards.
Yep, so you can dash. Roll attack is really useful. And then I'm spotted, so I decide to GTFO. At least you can jump.
Yeah,
pretty
you
high.
jump very, very high in this game.
Well, as a tripod, riding the jump is okay, but it's not quite as high.
Oh, she's bigger.
First try, woo! And I get a D for not killing anything. What? Or was that just time?
Time.
That terminal is most likely designed to download mission
Fine.
data and such into the UGs. Let's try using it to access the lab server.
It's those little things that make me smile in that situation.
Especially with how convoluted computer cards can
In one
be.
of the Sensei Cyborg's visual
Only go on
logs,
one way.
USB 1, USB 2, the new USB 3.0.
Right away.
Then send us what you do have. You've already commenced the outline.
The Sears program?
Yep. Same one old Georgie boy used on the kids in Liberia. Of course, it's wide straight to the brain now. Feels as real as anything else.
Your work is astonishing.
And your work is late. We need this shit before our cover is blown. We've got some assholes snooping around.
We just do not have the full quantity yet. Each brain has its own unique requirements. It's not like we can just pop them out with an ice cream scoop.
All right.
Make your point. Oh, thank you for understanding.
Send what you have now. I'll destroy any unharvested inventory.
Okay? But have you any idea what they cost?
Last I checked, children weren't exactly rare in this part of the world. Millions of them, in fact. You can get more once we set up a new lab. They lead lives of hunger and pain. We're performing a service here for them and the cities they burden.
But just gathering the donors required a significant investment.
Yes, you'll get the money. Accounting will be in touch.
Gracias. I assure you we will dispose of our inventory the instant we can confirm payment.
Are we done here? I've got a full slate today. Tecumseh is a demanding mistress, and America has suffered long enough.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me see you out.
You see that, Kev? Inmani's killer.
Desperado's chief of operations goes by Sundowner. The
So
California
we finally get introduced to Sundowner.
Kids.
Think we're too late?
Only one way to find out.
Alright, as you all saw, there was another person in a suit.
Maybe the
We'll
payment
get to
isn't
him.
over yet.
We will get to him eventually.
They've already started some brains on VR.
There must be more than just what I found here.
Anyway,
What about the VIP in the suit?
I'll find out. Definitely seemed familiar.
Right. I'm
you'll
going
be
after the
familiar
kid.
once you finish the game.